Did you feel that sudden shift? Like something invisible just moved the pieces around you? You're not imagining it, because Mars is squaring Uranus. And what's coming next isn't just astrology, it's spiritual initiation. 3 hidden tests are already unfolding in your life. You won't be warned, you won't be told, but you must be ready. So stay with me, because what you're about to hear could change everything. Right now, as you carry out your usual routines, checking your phone, sipping your coffee, or thinking about your next task, a deeper current is flowing beneath the surface. The Mars-Uranus square has already activated, sending out ripples that influence your instincts, your emotions, and the way people respond to you. You may not see the shift with your eyes, but you'll feel it in your gut. Something is different. Time feels heavier, choices feel loaded, and nothing seems as casual as it used to be. This isn't an astrological event that waits for your permission to begin. It's not coming, it's already here. Mars, the planet of action and conflict, clashing with Uranus, the force of chaos and breakthrough, triggers events in real time. Most people will move through these days unaware, reacting from habit or fear. But if you're paying attention, if you've felt uneasy without explanation or on edge for no clear reason, this is your soul responding to an unseen test that's already underway. The cosmos isn't whispering during this alignment. It's shouting in symbols, emotions, and sudden turns. It's saying, enough hiding, enough delay, enough staying small. This energy pushes you to make a choice. Step up or step aside. Speak your truth or stay silent. Stay trapped in a pattern or burst through it. These aren't abstract concepts. This is real-time transformation dressed up as ordinary life. And if you're tuned in, you already know. This isn't just another day. The first test won't come with a warning. It won't look spiritual or feel mystical. It will arrive suddenly, maybe as a sharp comment from someone close, an unexpected phone call, or a situation that demands an immediate response. In that moment, your heartbeat will quicken, and your mind might freeze. But this is the test. Can you stay rooted in your truth when the ground beneath you feels like it's cracking? It's not about being perfect. It's about choosing presence over panic. You won't have time to script your response or plan your reaction. It will all happen within seconds. That's why it's called instant courage, because the universe wants to see what lives at your core, unfiltered. Will you revert to fear and doubt, or will you rise and speak from your soul? The real test isn't what happens to you, it's what you do with it. These moments reveal whether you've truly outgrown your old cycles or if you're still orbiting the same emotional patterns. Most people repeat the loop. They react the way they always have, defensive, silent, avoidant. But you have a chance to do something rare. Break the pattern in real time. That single decision could be a turning point. It might seem like a small incident on the surface, but energetically, it's massive. If you can recognize the moment, breathe through the fear, and act with integrity, you'll not only pass the test, you'll change your trajectory. This test won't knock on your door like a crisis. Instead, it will stir quietly in your chest. A deep yearning, a forbidden idea, a dream you buried long ago. You'll suddenly feel drawn toward something you've tried to suppress, something you convinced yourself was too risky, too unrealistic, or too selfish. But the feeling won't go away. In fact, the more you try to ignore it, the louder it becomes. This isn't just temptation. It's a soul-level calling resurfacing because you're finally ready to face it. What makes this test difficult is that it challenges your identity. It asks you to get radically honest about what you truly want, not what's safe, not what's expected, but what ignites your spirit. You may feel torn between duty and desire, logic and longing, and yes, it may scare you. That's part of the test. Can you acknowledge that craving without judging it? Can you admit to yourself that you want more, that you were made for more, even if you don't yet know how it'll all work out? The moment you tell yourself the truth, really tell it, without shame or editing, something inside you shifts. The path ahead may not be clear, but it becomes real. The universe doesn't need you to act immediately, it just needs your honesty, because your truth is the compass. Once you name the desire, life begins to reconfigure around it, and what once felt impossible slowly begins to feel inevitable. If you've made it this far, don't forget to subscribe for daily cosmic insights, astrology updates, and spiritual guidance, because the universe always has a message for you. Sometimes, the universe doesn't send a booming voice from the sky. Instead, it sends a passerby, a comment overheard, a moment that seems random, yet hits you in a way you can't explain. The third test is subtle but powerful, a divine message disguised in human form. It might come from someone you rarely speak to, or even someone you've dismissed in the past. But within their presence or words lies something sacred, something tailor-made for your journey. This test isn't about dramatic signs, it's about perception. Can you slow down enough to feel the vibration underneath an ordinary exchange? Maybe it's a question that lingers in your mind, a compliment that uncovers a hidden strength, or even a criticism that reveals a blind spot. Most people overlook these moments, thinking they're coincidence. But for the spiritually awake, they're instructions, tiny nudges from the divine wearing everyday clothes. To pass this test, you'll need humility and attention. You must be willing to learn from the unexpected, to receive wisdom from sources that don't match your idea of a teacher. The sacred often speaks softly and through unlikely messengers. If your heart is open and your awareness sharp, you'll recognize the message when it comes. And when you do, it won't just be advice. It will feel like destiny whispering your next move. Not every spiritual test announces itself with intensity. Some slip by softly, disguised as everyday choices. That moment when you held your tongue instead of lashing out, when you offered kindness to someone who didn't deserve it, when you chose stillness instead of chasing validation, that may have been your test. You may not have realized it, but in that quiet decision, you stepped into a higher version of yourself, and the universe noticed. It's easy to assume spiritual growth must be dramatic or visible, but often the most powerful shifts happen in silence. There's no applause, no confirmation, just a deep knowing in your chest that you did the right thing. These moments feel small because they don't feed the ego, but they nourish the soul. You don't need to be seen to be transformed. Your alignment is between you and the divine, and sometimes your softest choices carry the loudest impact in the spiritual realm. So don't doubt your progress just because it didn't come with fanfare. The tests you've passed might already be behind you, recorded in the unseen realm as proof of your evolution. You didn't just avoid chaos, you consciously chose peace. And in doing so, you've already shifted timelines, rerouted karma, and unlocked blessings you haven't even seen yet. Silent strength is still strength, and sometimes it's the greatest kind. You're not lazy, you're not unfocused, and no, you're not off your game. What you're feeling right now, whether it's fatigue, emotional swings, restlessness, or strange bursts of energy, is part of the energetic storm stirred up by Mars and Uranus. These aren't just planets in the sky, they're electrical giants, and when they clash, They send a wave of cosmic voltage through your nervous system. It's like your body is trying to pick up new frequencies. But first, it has to clear the old ones. This isn't just emotional, it's physical. You might feel wired and exhausted at the same time. One moment you're inspired, the next you're drained. Your thoughts may feel scrambled, and your sleep may be anything but restful. That's not a sign something is wrong. It's a sign your system is processing change. These symptoms are not blocks, they're adjustments. Your body, mind, and spirit are syncing to a higher energetic rhythm, and that recalibration can feel disorienting. The most important thing you can do during this time is honor your rhythm. Don't fight the fluctuations. Don't force productivity or emotional stability. Let your system breathe, hydrate, rest. Move gently. The storm isn't here to break you, it's here to reset you. And once the static clears, you'll find new clarity, insight, and alignment waiting on the other side. You're not breaking down, you're tuning up. June 17th might show up on the calendar, but what it marks isn't confined to a single day. The Mars-Uranus square is more than a moment. It's a wave, already in motion, already washing over your life. You may have felt its energy building in the form of strange dreams, unexpected inspiration, or emotional intensity that seemed to arrive from nowhere. That wasn't coincidence. That was the beginning of the wave reaching your shores. And just because the date will pass doesn't mean the energy disappears. Like ripples from a stone in water, it will continue to shape the days ahead. One of the most noticeable impacts of this wave? Your relationships. People may be drifting from your life, going quiet, or becoming harder to connect with, and it may have nothing to do with drama or blame. This isn't personal, it's energetic. As your vibration shifts, not everyone can stay in your orbit. Old connections that once felt like home might now feel strangely distant. That's because your soul is updating its alignment, and not all bonds are meant to survive every version of you. Rather than clinging, let these shifts unfold. Let people go if they need to. Let silence speak when words fail. This is not a loss, it's sacred space being cleared. As certain connections fade, new ones will rise. Relationships that resonate with who you're becoming, not who you used to be. This is how spiritual evolution works, not with grand exits, but with subtle exits that make room for truer entrances. The wave isn't done yet, and neither is your transformation. Your spiritual path is not a race, and it was never meant to follow someone else's timeline. Some awaken suddenly, like lightning cracking through the sky. Others unfold slowly, like flowers opening to the sun, one petal at a time. Both are sacred. Both are valid. There's no behind when it comes to growth. The universe doesn't measure progress in speed, it measures it in alignment. So stop comparing your timeline to someone else's. You are exactly where you need to be, even if it doesn't look or feel like it yet. Every challenge you face right now, every uncomfortable truth, every emotional wave, every quiet struggle, isn't punishment. It's a call to step into a more awakened, more honest, more aligned version of yourself. These spiritual tests aren't meant to break you. They're designed to reveal the parts of you that are ready to evolve. Sometimes it's through fire, sometimes through stillness, but every single experience is shaping you from within, preparing you for the version of you that's waiting on the other side. So if you feel unsure, lost, or overwhelmed, don't mistake that for failure. That's just the feeling of becoming. The discomfort is evidence that you're shifting, stretching, and shedding what no longer fits. You're not doing it wrong, you're doing it right. Trust the timing, trust the test. And most of all, trust yourself. Because your transformation is not only real, it's already happening. From June 16th to 18th, you are standing inside an energetic pressure zone, a portal of transformation that compresses timelines and forces clarity to the surface. It may feel intense, chaotic, or emotionally sharp, but this pressure isn't meant to break you, it's here to awaken you. If you've been seeing 222, understand it's not random. It's a cosmic code, a quiet confirmation that you're on the right path, even when everything around you feels uncertain. This is a divine nudge, a message that says, stay steady. The path is opening. These 3 days hold the weight of initiation, but your tests won't follow a visible script. They won't come labeled or explained. Instead, they'll appear as conversations, gut feelings, moments of choice, ordinary things hiding extraordinary meaning. The Mars-Uranus square is a trigger, but the way it manifests is unique to your soul's journey. Your tests are yours alone. No one else can walk through them for you, and no one else will see them quite the way you do. That's why awareness is everything. So stay alert, stay open, and most importantly, stay present. Don't just wait for the universe to spell things out. Be the one who recognizes the signs, even when they're subtle. If this message touched something within you, don't keep it to yourself. Comment 222 below if you're ready for alignment. Like this video if you've already felt the shift. Subscribe so you don't miss what's next. This isn't just a planetary square. It's your soul's sacred invitation to evolve. You weren't meant to survive this energy. You were meant to rise from it.